Hey, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Um, me here. Excuse me. Welcome to Sports House Network. My puppy dog here. Bella. Hey, Bella. Say hi. But yeah. Sorry, mom. Hmm. Anyways, going normal. But let's go over what was week number 6. Interesting week for sure. Chiefs over the Broncos, 19-6 last Thursday. The Ravens over the Titans in the final game in London, 24-16. The Chiefs won 19-8. I think I said. Dolphins over the Panthers, 42-21. It was close. Panthers even had a lead at one point. But Dolphins getting the win. Texans over the Saints, 20-13. Commanders over the Falcons, 24-16. Jaguars over the Colts, 37-20. Bengals over the Seahawks, 17-13. Minnesota Vikings winning on the road against the Bears, 19-13. Excuse me. The Browns over the Niners to defeat the Niners, and the Niners, for San Francisco, no longer being undefeated. Raiders over the Patriots, 21-17. The Lions steamrolled the Buccaneers, 20-6. Never was close. And I thought this game was going to be a lot closer. I hope, and still do, for Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. I think they're going to do great. I think they're still going to get the division. But the Lions are for real. They could be number 1 in the NFC by the end of the season. Just have to see. The Rams over the Cardinals, 26-9. The Jets over the Eagles, 20-14. So the Eagles are no longer defeated in the first time in New York Jets franchise history did they beat the Eagles. And the Cowboys survived the Chargers, 20-17. So that was week 6. I did pretty well in my picks and was first place with the group. At least for the week. I'm still in last place overall, but I'm still climbing. Unfortunately, AJ will not be here tonight. I just see you. He's going on a trip this weekend for college football for the Ohio to watch his Ohio State team. So I hope he has a fun, safe trip. So shout out to AJ. We'll see him next week on the show. And also wanted to share, on Sunday mornings I do a podcast I'm co-hosting called Big Cheese at 11 a.m. right before the games kick off. And AJ might be there as a guest. We'll see. All right, heading into week 7. For the Jaguars against the Saints, I'm going to go with Jacksonville getting a win. Close game. So see the Jaguars 27-13. I have the Buccaneers over the Falcons 13-3. I have the Raiders over the Bears 27-16. I have the Browns over the Colts 35-13. The Commanders over the Giants 17-12. The Lions over the Ravens would be my game of the week. So Lions, Ravens, this battle, and I have the Lions, as I said, getting the win. Well, I'll say 27-17. Close game. Then I have the Bills over the Patriots, 35-13. I have the Seahawks over the Cardinals, 35-17. Rams over the Steelers, 9-3. I have the Chargers over the Chiefs, 27-23, and a surprise win. I have the Packers over the Broncos, 17-12. I have the Dolphins over the Eagles, 45-43. I And I have the 49ers over the Vikings 17-3 there in that game. So it would be interesting, but I know it's going to be grand. And I hope that that these games are good, and all that. But anyways, I'll be right back. Yeah, sorry for today's episode, not the best, but it's not AJ's fault. He's having a great time. He's going to have a great time. For me, it was just, I got so much going on tonight, and more so tomorrow and whatnot. And obviously, I want to get this out before the games, before the next week starts, which is tomorrow night, and what's going on tomorrow. Like, when I might not be able to episode, and then, so here, my regular time, or somewhat, starting at 7:30. And share my thoughts. I do wonder in regards to the Packers be coming off a bye week, going against Denver, a team you think we should beat. Think we're that much better than them, but oddly enough, we're actually more alike than we really want to be honest with ourselves about. As Packer fans, right? We're used to 30 years of greatness. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and yes, both and their, let's just say, egos got the best of them at the end of this years of each of their tenure, but still greatness, being in the playoff hunt, beating up on the bad teams each season or whatnot, or expected to, right? If they're starting, and all that. But now with Jordan Love, though I'm not saying he's terrible. He's growing. I think he's still doing well. And I think so far, even losses being at the record that we are, I think that we can only go up from here. And yes, with how our losses have happened, it can be understandable that there are Packer fans that are, or even predict that we lose against Denver. As you heard earlier, I predicted Green Bay to win, but I'm also not going to be. I'm not going to be blind to the fact that the Packers and the Broncos are more similar than I would previously have thought. We have lots of injuries where, David Bakhtiari is not going to be playing for the rest of the season. We're also still shuffling our old line in general with other injuries that have happened along the way. We're still hoping that Aaron Jones and our wide receiver one being able to play this week, let alone in general. So with all that, added on to the fact that we are just a young team in general, we're going to have our ups and downs. It's not going to be perfect. But how do you say that our schedule, again, whether you look from the past or from now, is it actually current, the current Green Bay Packers, the 2023 version of the Packers, that we do have winnable games, but again, we are not so vastly different than these teams that we're facing here coming up, which do include the Rams, a team that is slowly growing to being signed this season. Former Super Bowl champions, but again, that was two years ago. But of course, we got the Bears again, and we, of course, our divisional games as we get to the back end of the season in December, the heart of the holidays. But for right now, here in October, November, also I look forward to tomorrow. Part of my plans is spending time with my dad. I'm probably going to be talking about the Packers a little bit too, and much of other stuff. But I know talking with him in the past couple of weeks, heading into games or hearing during the bye week and whatnot, getting his thoughts in regards to the Packers, just as much as the friend Brian and others, Tyler, but they all seem to say some of the same thing. And it was great to talk to my dad about the Packers a couple of weeks ago. But he was just sharing about, it's going to be a mess of a season because we're a young team. We have injuries, and we're not the same old Packers anymore. But he, just like Tyler, just like Brian, just like John, just like other people that I talked to, saying that, hey, there's still hope and still believe that we could be able to make a run. But we're going to see. But I just want to share that here on the show. But like I said, next week, AJ will be back as a co-host. Like I said, he's on a trip. He's going to Ohio State, to their Saturday game. He's a fan of. So him and his girlfriend will be going there. But he will be back live and in person from his dorm room in Tampa Bay to talk about the Packers next week. But his predictions will be in our Twitter group DM thing with the other people that are honored enough to have with us doing that. But for those that also want to see me on another show, you're welcome to check out esportsradio.com. I am a co-host for Big Cheese Sports. with Bernie Bango. We are every Sunday morning. So check us out. We'll be doing the Bronco review there. Already previewing the Denver Bronco game. I think since we are an afternoon kick or morning kick right before the game starts. So your thoughts ready for that. If you wish to share and wish to watch on Sprecher app, where we go live each and every week for that. But right here on YouTube, for Talking Packers with Steve. We'll be back next week. Same time, same channel, with AJ, the co-host, and me, your host with the most. But I hope you all have a great evening. Welcome to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Give your predictions. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Ring that bell. Know whenever I go live again in the future. And above all else, as always, take care.